We are the 100% Hebrew Israelites. All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching this truth throughout the world. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the word to the four corners of the earth. I'm starting at Exodus chapter 3, verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the power of thy father, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said, I have surely seen the afflictions of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The Lord hears our cry, and he will deliver us, our hopeful elect, pushing the word. Going to Job 2, chapter 2, verses 9. And it reads, Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Yahweh and die. Job's wife said. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Job 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore, and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. I'm going to go to Job. Going to Job 10. Verse 18. And it reads, Wherefore then hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? O that I had given up the spirit, and no eye had seen me. I should have been as though I had not been. I should have been carried from the womb to the grave. Are not my days few? Cease then, and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. Going to the book of Job, chapter 23, verse 10. And it reads, But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot hath held his step, his way have I kept and not declined. Neither have I gone back from the commandments of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. But he is in one mind, and who can turn him? And what his soul desireth, even that he doeth. For the performeth the thing that is appointed for me, and many such things are with him. Therefore am I troubled at his presence when I consider. I am afraid of him. For Yahweh maketh my heart soft, and the Almighty troubleth me. Because I was not cut off before the darkness, neither hath he covered the darkness from my face. Going to the book of Psalms, chapter 66, verse 10. And it reads, For thou, O Yahweh, hast proved us, thou hast tried us as silver is tried. Thou brightest us into the net. Thou laidest affliction upon our loins. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through fire and through water, but thou brightest us out. Thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. Going to the book of Isaiah, chapter 48, start at verse 9, and it reads, For my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And it reads, For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Going to the book of First Peter at chapter 1, verse 6, and it reads, Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Whom having not seen, ye love, in whom Though now ye see him not, yet believing ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesies of the grace that should come unto you. Going to the book of Psalms 119, reading at chapter verse 67, and it reads, Teach me, Shalakia 66, verse 66. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. Thou art good and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Jud, thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hope in thy word. So I'm reading the book of Psalms 119. We'll start at verse 40. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet do not I forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. The righteousness of thy testimony is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. Going back to the book of Psalms, chapter 119. And the verse 75. I know, O Lord Yahweh, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come up unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me without a cause, but I will meditate in thy precepts. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. We're in the book of Romans 5, starting at verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahweh through our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the power Yahweh. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Reading from the books of Romans chapter 12. We'll start at verse 10. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love in honor, preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord Yahweh, rejoicing in hope, patience in tribulation, continue instant in prayer, distributing to the necessity of saints, given to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you, bless and curse not. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 7, starting at verse 1. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of Yahweh. Receive us, we have wronged no man, we have corrupted no man, we have defrauded no man. I speak not this to condemn you, for I have said before that ye are in our hearts to die and to live with you. Great is my boldness of speech towards you, great is my glorying of you. I am filled with comfort. I am exceeding joyful in all our tribulations. Going to the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 12, starting at verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecution, in distresses, for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. I am become a fool in glorying. Ye have compelled me, for I ought to have been commended of you. For in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostles, though I be nothing. Truly the sign of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience, in signs and wonders and mighty deeds. For what is it wherein ye were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome to you? Forgive me this wrong. Behold, the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you, for I seek not yours, but you. For the children's sons ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children. And I will very gladly spend and be spent for you, though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. But be it so, I did not burden you, nevertheless, being crafty, I caught you with guile. Did I make a gain of you by any of them whom I sent unto you? All praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teaching the gospel throughout the world, and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the word to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. Until next time, brothers, Shalom, endure to the end.